We're explaining the downfall of Roblox Piggy, so let's get right into this video. So Piggy was inspired from Granny. Obviously, it's that simple to know. I mean, if you don't think it's inspired from Granny, I don't know what you're on. But Minitoon made the game. I don't think he thought it was going to work out, because his other games, I guess they did decent, but, Piggy was obviously the most popular one, but he didn't know that. Creecraft started playing, like, a few months later, and guess what happened? The game started to blow up after Creecraft played. A lot of people started playing, a lot of YouTubers started playing for videos, but then Minitoon announced that they're going to be doing a lot more chapters with actual stories. Now, Chapter 2 was interesting. Same as Chapter 3 and same as Chapter 4. But those are not the chapters that were sticking out from the community. It was Chapter 8. It's basically a thing where you get the carnival, obviously. That was one of the most craziest chapters ever. Okay? I'm just going to say, you go into the chapter, there's obviously, but you meet Pony and Zizzy. Okay? Those two people, just remember those two people for later. And then you move on to Chapter 9. It was interesting. But Chapter 10 is where you meet Georgie, okay? Chapter 10. But Chapter 9 was kind of important is because you're able to see a secret. I don't think it's still in the game. But Chapter 10 is where you meet Georgie. Chapter 11 was great. But Chapter 12, this is one of the biggest days on Piggy. Creecraft streamed it. A lot of streamers streamed that. I think he had like over 137,000 people watching it. Live. And then Piggy was doomed to end. The players started seeing a actual downfall for once in Minitoon's life. It started to see a downfall. But Minitoon announced that they are going to be working on book 2. It came out around 2 months later, and it took him by shock. People loved it. That was mixed opinion. Some people hated it, I'm going to be honest. But a lot of people love book 2. And the first chapter was the alleys. It is where you meet Willow. I mean, it was a pretty cool chapter. I think that was one of the most coolest chapters in the game, because that's where you meet Willow. Chapter 2 was cool, I guess. Chapter 3, Chapter 4 and all that. But there was something about Chapter 9 that stuck out to me. There is a secret on that chapter. It's either Chapter 9 or I don't remember because I haven't played the game in a little bit. You're able to get a trap. He actually added it a few months later. But there is one thing that stuck out to every single player. That hidden ending. Yes, the hidden ending is a thing that I think I got a few years back. It is a game. It's a very, very rare skin. Well, it's kind of not. People were trying to get it. I remember Creecraft was streaming to a lot of people saying, "Oh, can I get this? Can I not get it? Can I get this?" Guess what? He got it. And then Piggy announced they didn't announce it right away, but they did work on a few other projects. Like, they did work on a few games. Like, not a few games, but they did work on a few game modes. Like with the one with the scary cat, that was a game mode technically. And then they worked on a few other game modes. But Minitoon did add a few seasons for like Halloween. I do understand that. But then Minitoon did announce that he was ending Piggy. That was taken by that was crazy. Even Creecraft made a video on it. Like, Piggy's ending. Piggy's doing this. But then we actually got leaks for Piggy and Nurse City. Do you people that know what this is? It's a project that's expected to be here in 2025, or people say 2024 very late, but I don't expect it to come 2024. No offense, Minitoon. I think he's just been chilling. So, obviously game development. But Inner City, it's like a survival game, where you get torches, you get axes, it's like a game where it's like the survival game, if you guys know what that game is. It's where you get a lot of stuff. It's meant to be a second story for Piggy. It's meant to be a whole entire second story for Piggy. Like, you guys know the TO ending, if you guys ever watch Creecraft's live stream and getting it, well, you guys would know that's where you're going to see characters that are like the main characters of the game, like Zizzy, like Tio. And actually, I have another thing to mention about Piggy. If you guys remember when you guys were seeing Bunny in your dreams, well, that was debunked. Like a lot of stuff was debunked in Piggy. Now I'm going to be explaining why Piggy is dying. Well, first, lack of updates. They quit updates. And the thing is, it's still not dead. The fan base is still there. I'm just gonna say that, but it's dying. You know, it's gonna die one day. It's gonna die fully one day. And Minitoon still cares. He still adds seasons. He still updates the build mode. So it's not really, never really stopped updating. But they stopped updating the main game, and they stopped updating a lot of other stuff. Now I'm not saying the game is I'm not saying the game is gonna fall, but I'm saying the game will die. Now, Inner City, well, there's not much news on it. I don't know if it's ever gonna come out. But what Inner City is meant to be is a game. It's meant to be a game after Piggy. Whenever you get to the ending, you're meant to be to go there. You don't have to have the hidden ending to go there, but it's just a really fun. It's a really fun investigation game. Like you're able to get. It's like the survival game. You know, it's just like that game, but a little bit different because you actually have to break stuff. Now I don't think the game is gonna do as good as Piggy because Piggy was obviously a game that was super popular. But, you know, Inner City, I don't know if it's going to do better. Because Inner City is, sure, it might have a lot of players. Sure, it might get a lot of players. But I don't think it's going to be, like, one of the biggest games. Now, Creecraft did talk about, he did talk about when Inner City could come out. He did say 2024, 2025, which I can agree because it's going to take a while. Like, I just checked right now. I can show you guys. I'll show you guys a little screenshot on the screen. It has 115 players playing right now, which might sound like a lot, but that's not a lot. I understand the game hasn't been updating at all. I think the last time the game updated was like a long time ago. Now, I'm not saying the game will never come out, but I'm also saying I don't know what's gonna happen in the game. Like I understand there's like a lot of you're able to kill people, which is kind of cool. Like you're able to kill other players, get their loot. It's an interesting game. I feel like there could be a little bit of new mechanics, but I do like the game. I mean, so far it looks like a pretty good game. It looks like it's pretty good detailed. But that could be the death of Inner City as well if it has lack of updates, just like Piggy. I don't know though. Maybe, maybe Piggy Inner City will be good, but possibly not because, you know, it's kind of taking attractions of Piggy. But I don't know. But make sure to like and subscribe, y'all. I will see you guys soon, and yeah, bye-bye.